Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Darbar Mahal. In the next few moments, you're going to experience an inspiring voyage through the history of Bahawalpur, followed by the mesmerizing lights and sound show. Bahawalpur is a literal jewel in the crown of Pakistan. As an epicenter of Rohi, Waseb and mighty Cholistan, its ancient jugular vein of Hakra might have dried, yet in the beautiful contrasts of golden and green, and through the spiritualism of syncretic Sufi orders to the tranquil hearts and souls of sons of its soil, the spirit of Hakra lives on. This land is indeed blessed with virtues of pluralism, diversity, peace, compassion and sacrifice. The mystical Cholistan used to be a fertile region in the antiquity, nourished by the Hakra and dotted with ruins of ancient settlements dating back to 3000 BC. An ensemble of old forts and extravagant palaces, destroyed and rebuilt many times, still outlines the landscape, and the region holds immense wealth of history, folklore, culture, dances, handicrafts, and myths surrounding these marvels. The region is a true crucible of confluence between antiquity and present, rivers and desert, simplicity and extravagance, spirituality and prosperity. The erstwhile state of Bahawalpur was ruled by the Abbasi king. The Abbasi caliphs, revered by the Muslims across the world due to their noble association with the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, had led the Muslim world for centuries from Baghdad. During the 14th century, Abbaside offspring Sultan Ahmad Abbasi II arrived in Sindh. The Muslims in the region, out of reverence, naturally rallied around, and soon the Abbasis established a small dominion. The descendants consolidated the dominion. However, during the 17th century, the regime was divided into Kalhoras and Daudpotras. Daudpotra Abbasis were forced to relocate out of Sindh in the 17th century. This became a precursor to the inception of the state of Bahawalpur when Amir Sadiq Muhammad Khan Abbasi, the first, a Daudpotra Abbasi, upset by the belligerent Kalhoras, left Shikarpur and arrived on the periphery of Cholistan in the year 1727. The revered lineage of pioneering Nawab, complemented with political, military, and administrative genius, resulted in laying of solid foundations of this highly dynamic welfare state. Soon, the formidable centuries-old Derabar fort was wrested to the state from the ruler of Jaisalmer, and the state started to exponentially expand its frontiers. In 1746, the state had established Bahawalpur as capital, a city highly advanced and vibrant for its time. The remarkable fortitude of the state in rapidly changing political environment was manifested in its braving tests of times, as parlous as the expeditions of Nadir Shah and Ahmad Shah Abdali, the disintegration of the Mughal Empire, pressure from 6 bordering states, and British expansionism. At its zenith, the state spanned over an area of 45,911 square kilometers, larger than Belgium and Denmark. Its borders reached up to Bikaner and Jaisalmer in the east, River Indus in the west, River Sutlej in the north, and Sindh in the south. Each succeeding Nawab contributed valuably to the glory and luster of the state. Some of the most exquisite architectural marvels and highly advanced educational and health facilities were developed in the 19th century under the dynamic leadership of Nawab Amir Sadiq Muhammad Khan Abbasi IV. His valuable contributions include the construction of elegant Noor Mahal to serve as state guest house, the majestic Sadiq Garh Mahal as a state secretariat, Daulat Khana Mahal as a royal abode, Sadiq Egerton College as a well-founded educational facility, and Bahawal Victoria Hospital as a premier state-of-the-art medical facility. He was succeeded by the highly imaginative Nawab Amir Bahawal Khan Abbasi V, who further enriched Bahawalpur through architectural wonders like Darbar Mahal and the exquisite royal residences of Farrukh Mahal, Nishat Mahal and Gulzar Mahal. Nawab Bahawal V was succeeded in 1907 by one of the most visionary, benevolent, dynamic, diplomatically astute and deeply respected rulers of princely India, Nawab Amir Sadiq Muhammad Khan Abbasi V, who succeeded his father at the tender age of 3 years. Nawab Sadiq was educated in London and Aitchison College, Lahore, while a Council of Regency ruled on his behalf. Nawab formally took over the reins of the state in 1924 after a coronation ceremony. The state machinery inherited by Nawab Sadiq comprised trained civil servants, able ministerial cabinet under a prime minister, a well-endowed treasury including a highly stable Bank of Bahawalpur with branches even outside the state, a well-empowered judiciary including high court and lower courts. A trained police force maintained impeccable law and order, and the state also had a well-organized and modern state armed forces, commanded by officers trained at Royal Military Academy, Dehradun. The state had an airport at Kanpur, its own aircraft and naval vessels. Nawab Sadiq was highly revered with British and other foreign governments for his statesmanship and diplomatic brilliance. In 1937, out of 600 ruling chiefs, only 6, including Nawab Sir Sadiq, were invited to represent princely India in the coronation of British Emperor George VI. Nawab Sir Sadiq made prolific contributions to the progress and prosperity of the region. He spearheaded Sutlej Valley irrigation project and built Firozpur, Islam, Suleimanki and Panjnad headworks. He upgraded Bahawal Victoria Hospital into an unmatched health facility. His patronage for literacy and knowledge knew no bounds. He established libraries in all tehsils of the state, besides developing grand educational facilities such as Sadiq Reading Library in 1924 and Abbasiya University in 1925 on the pattern of Jamia Al-Azhar of Egypt. The university is still serving the region as the highly acclaimed Islamia University Bahawalpur. Various coveted educational facilities of the subcontinent, such as the Punjab University Lahore, Muslim University Aligarh, Nidwatul Ulama Lucknow, and Jamia Millia Delhi received benevolent patronage of Nawab Sadiq. One of his glowing educational contributions after the independence was establishment of Sadiq Public School in 1954. He constructed hundreds of kilometers of new roads and tracks in the state. Besides enriching an engineering marvel in the form of dual carriageway Empress Railways Bridge. Being an ardent philanthropic, his support for the survivors of 1935 Quetta earthquake was so profound that Viceroy of India Lord Wellington personally came to Sadiqgarh to express his gratitude. Nawab Sadiq was a devout Muslim. He served the Muslim cause generously through financial assistance to holy places and constructed 4 residential facilities named Bahawalpur House in Mecca and one in Medina for pilgrims from Bahawalpur. Bahawalpur state also had the honor of providing Ghilaf-e-Kaaba, and the parchments of the replaced Ghilaf used to be brought back to Sadiqgarh and kept as a holy relic. Congruence of ideologies and unity of purpose brought Nawab Sadiq very close to Quaid-e-Azam. He expressed his loyalty to Pakistan movement by presenting Quaid-e-Azam a handwritten manuscript of the Holy Quran and £52,000 received in post-Second World War compensation as funding for Pakistan movement. The iconic Rolls-Royce used in the Governor-General installation ceremony of Quaid-e-Azam was also gifted by the Nawab. On 3rd October 1947, Nawab Sadiq unconditionally acceded to the state of Pakistan through a constitutional instrument. Affluence of Bahawalpur proved a crucial support system to the nascent state of Pakistan during initial days. Pakistan had no state bank at that time, so the Bank of Bahawalpur served as a conduit. Offers by the government of Pakistan to compensate loss of palaces in Delhi, Missouri and Shimla were magnanimously declined by Nawab Sadiq. He gifted 72 million rupees and 22,000 tons of wheat to the government, besides disbursement of government servants' salaries from the treasury of the Bahawalpur during initial months. He pledged 20 tons of gold to British Central Bank as assurance for issuance of currency for Pakistan. He also gifted aircraft to the national airline. The state of Bahawalpur forces, comprising a brigade group including infantry battalions, artillery regiment and supporting elements, became a distinguished constituent of Pakistan Army. Quaid-e-Azam expressed the nation's gratitude as we are thankful to the state of Bahawalpur and Nawab Sadiq Muhammad Khan Abbasi for providing Pakistan with money to run the state affairs, even providing ink for our pens. A few years after independence, Nawab Sadiq was honored with the rank of General in Pakistan Army. In 1959, President Ayub Khan visited Sadiqgarh Palace and invested Nawab Sir Sadiq with the highest civil award of Pakistan, the Order of the Nishan-e-Quaid-e-Azam. On 24th May 1966, Nawab Sir Sadiq died in London at the age of 61. The national flag was lowered half-mast. At Karachi Airport, General Officer Commanding Major General S.A. Bilgrami received the body and transported the coffin to Bahawalpur under a special escort. The railway lines in Bahawalpur were blocked by people expressing grief at the loss of their former sovereign, who represented 3 decades of peace, dignity and benevolence. He departed for his final abode, but he still lives in the hearts of the nation. The lights and sound show, which will be displayed now, comprises of 2 segments. First segment is spatial augmented reality, commonly known as projection mapping or video mapping. A hologram will be projected on Darbar Mahal, and with the help of illusions, a story will be painted. This projection mapping show is the first of its kind in Pakistan. Inspiration is taken from Pyramids of Giza lights and sounds show, projection mapping show arranged on 600th anniversary of Astronomical Tower in Prague, and Cinderella's Castle of Disneyland at Orlando. Current projection mapping, which you are going to experience, is second version of the first flagship Darbar Mahal lights and sound show, and in contemporary genre, it is technologically the most advanced one. In the second segment, Nishat Mahal on your right side, Baradari on your left side, and the magnificent Darbar Mahal at your front will be lit in several steps. The magic of visual display is complemented by Richard Strauss's fanfare, also Sprech Zarathustra, one of the most recognized musical experts in history. Now we will formally introduce this masterpiece with the help of lights and music. Light and sound show, as we call it, will begin in a few seconds. With the hope that you enjoy it, I thank you all.